Hello students, welcome to All for C Learning. This is session 62. In previous session we was learned that methods of preparation of alcohols and properties of alcohols, few named reactions like pinocol rearrangement and Dimensional reaction like that. And in this session we are going to discuss methods of preparation of phenol and properties. Let us see, phenols also called carbonic acid. Phenols also called carbonic acid. If a benzene ring consists OH group, then it is called phenol, also named as hydroxybenzene. Hydroxybenzene. Hydroxybenzene also called carbonic acid. Why we are calling this one as carbonic acid? Phenol consists of 5% of water. Phenol consists of 5% of water. Then what we call carbonic acid. Phenol consists 5% of water is called carbonic acid. And here phenol nomenclature if you observe OH, and if two OH groups are there, phenol, ortho dihydroxybenzene, meta-dihydroxybenzene and para-dihydroxybenzene. Ortho-dihydroxybenzene is called catechol. Meta-dihydroxybenzene is called resorcinol. This one is called catechol. Meta-dihydroxybenzene is called resorcinol. And para-dihydroxybenzene is called phenol. Para-dihydroxybenzene is called phenol. Similarly, if phenol consists methyl substituent in ortho position, then what we call orthocresol. If it is there in meta position, then what we call metacresol. And if methyl group is in para position, then it is called paracresol. Orthocresol, metacresol, paracresol. If three OH groups are there, 1, 2, 3 trihydroxybenzene is called pyrogalal. 1, 2, 3 trihydroxybenzene is called pyrogalal. This is what we call symmetrical trihydroxybenzene. Symmetrical trihydroxybenzene. Similarly, if benzene ring consists OH, CN and Br. Here there are three substances. Actually, all these three are not substances. One is functional group. Out of these three, which one is functional group? CN group is functional group, and this one is number one. This one is number one. And here bromine is substituent, hydroxy is substituent. So out of bromine and hydroxy, bromine will have to give high priority because of, according to alphabetical order, B comes first and then hydroxy H. So we can name as 1, 2, 3 bromo, 4, 5 hydroxy, 3 bromo, 5 hydroxy, benzene carbonitrile. Benzene carbonitrile. Similarly, if NO2 group is there, ortho-nitrophenol, meta-nitrophenol, para-nitrophenol. Similarly, if a phenol consists COOH, this is what we call ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid. Ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid is called salicylic acid. Ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid is called salicylic acid. Now try to name this one. So which one is a function group? High prior function group. And out of these three, which one acts as substituent and which one acts as function group? I hope you can easily name this one. COOH group is high priority function group, and in such a case OH and NO2 both will become substituents, right? Now let us see methods of preparation of phenols. In which method we are going to prepare phenol? Let us start from benzene sulfonic acid. From benzene sulfonic acid, and from where we are getting benzene sulfonic acid? Benzene upon reaction with fuming sulfuric acid. As we know that fuming sulfuric acid is H2SO4 and SO3, also called H2S2O7, also called pyrosulfuric acid, also called fuming sulfuric acid. Nothing but the sulfonation takes place, and we learn that mechanism sulfonation of benzene. We are getting here benzene sulfonic acid. This benzene sulfonic acid upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, because of this acid upon reaction with sodium hydroxide we are getting salt, because of sodium hydroxide is base. Then we are getting sodium benzene sulfonate. Sodium benzene sulfonate means benzene sulfonic acid salt. This benzene sulfonic acid salt upon reaction upon fuel with sodium hydroxide nearly 623 Kelvin temperature, then here displacement of SO3 group takes place and we are getting ONA. So sodium phenoxide we are getting, and the sodium phenoxide upon acidification we are getting phenol hydroxybenzene. Benzene upon reaction with fuming sulfuric acid we are getting benzene sulfonic acid. This benzene sulfonic acid upon reaction with sodium hydroxide we are getting sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid. This sodium salt of benzene sulfonic acid upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, and at the 623 Kelvin we are getting sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide upon acidification we are getting phenol. Now in this I want to prepare paracresol. For that we have to consider toluene upon reaction with fuming sulfuric acid we are getting sulfonation product, and para-position as major product. Because of methyl group is electron releasing group, sulfonation takes place in alpha and para. In alpha basically hindered position, that's why para position, parasulfonic acid, and which upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, same mechanism. So try to prepare paracresol. In this method, how we can prepare paracresol? Now, if benzene upon sulfonation by using fuming sulfuric acid, we are getting benzene sulfonic acid. If a benzene sulfonic acid upon fuming sulfuric acid, upon reaction with fuming sulfuric acid, means further one more time sulfonation. Since SO3H is electron withdrawing group, because of electron withdrawing group, it is a meta-directing group. In such a case, what happened? Means I am going to start with the sulfonic acid, benzene sulfonic acid. This one upon reaction with fuming sulfuric acid, H2S2O7. Then we are getting product SO3H and SO3H here. Now this one upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, what happened? What products you are getting? So here both are SO3H. Both the SO3H converts into SO3Na, and which upon reaction with sodium hydroxide and heat, both the SO3H groups are going to convert into ONA groups, which upon acidification, in these two places we are getting two OH groups, right? That is nothing but resorcinol. You are getting resorcinol. Now, if we are going to start with CH3 means toluene, this one, benzene containing CH3, toluene, which upon oxidation, let us consider here SO3H group also, This one upon oxidation, this one further do not undergo any oxidation, and this one converts into COOH. Now we are having COOH and SO3H group. This COOH group and SO3H group, both groups are there. Of this one upon reaction with sodium hydroxide and heat, what is the final product? Are you getting both hydroxy group containing product, or one OH group only you are getting? Let us check yourself. Now second method of preparation of phenol from benzene diazonium salt. As we know very well, from where you are getting benzene diazonium salt? Upon diazonization of primary amines. So if you want to prepare benzene diazonium salt, we need to consider aniline. So aniline upon diazonization we are getting diazonium salt. Again, from where you are getting aniline? So aniline is nothing but ring containing NH2. Let us start from benzene onwards. Benzene upon nitration. Benzene upon nitrate upon reaction with nitration mixer. The nitration mixer is nothing but 1:1 ratio of nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Then we are getting nitrobenzene. We are getting nitrobenzene less than 60 degrees Celsius. We need to maintain. If we increase the temperature to 2 times and 3 times, nitration also possible here. So at less than 60 degrees Celsius, mononitration, and if it is more than 60 and less than 100, dinitration, metadinitro product, and if it is more than 100, trinitro product you are going to get. So in this case, nitrobenzene we are getting product. Now this nitrobenzene upon reduction with metal and acid Sn and HCl, we are getting aniline. So benzene upon reaction with nitration mixer we are getting nitrobenzene. This one is nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene upon reduction with the Sn and HCl we are getting aniline, also called aminobenzene. Aniline also called aminobenzene. This aniline upon reaction with NaNO2 and HCl 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, this is what we call the diazotization. So upon reaction with NaNO2 and HCl, diazotization takes place here, N2 plus and Cl minus. In previous session we already learned that what is the mechanism of diazotization, it was already learned. And this one upon reaction with H2O in vapor stage, that N2 plus, this N2 plus will leave away, that means it can be easily displaced by OH group plus N2. So we are getting phenol. Once again, benzene upon reaction with nitric acid and sulfuric acid 1:1 ratio is what we call nitration mixer. Benzene upon reaction with nitration mixer we are getting nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene upon reduction with Sn and HCl we are getting aminobenzene. Aminobenzene also called aniline. Aniline upon diazotization with NaNO2 and HCl, because of HNO2 is unstable. Inside of the reaction we need to prepare HNO2. For that we are going to use NaNO2 and HCl. Resultant we are getting benzene diazonium salt. In previous session we learned that benzene diazonium chloride is an organic compound but soluble in water. We can prepare so many organic aromatic compounds by using this one. Which about reaction with water vapor, we are getting phenol. Now try to prepare metacresol in this method. Try to prepare metacresol in this method. CH3OH. Now here after aniline, after formation of aniline, let's start from aniline. This one upon nitration, since NH2 group is electron releasing group, means ring activating group, electron releasing group, ring activating group. So if this one upon direct nitration, you may get 2, 4, 6 trinitro-aniline. That's why I am going to make acylation upon reaction with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. N acylation takes place. NH double bond to CH3. See here what happened? Earlier this nitrogen lone pair will be given to only ring. That's why we can say it activates more the ring. That's why nitration takes place in all the three active positions. Now what happened? After the acylation takes place at nitrogen, N-acylation, and it is called N-phenyl acetamide. N-phenyl acetamide also called acetanilide. N-phenyl acetamide also called acetanilide. Now this acetanilide, nitrogen lone pair not only involves in resonance with the ring, but also with the C double bond. Here both sides electron withdrawing groups attached. Then obviously nitrogen lone pair is going to participate in resonance with both the groups. That means it's an activating tendency. Its activating tendency decreases. So now compared to earlier one, here we can say activating tendency of nitrogen towards ring is less. In such a case, here nitration, if we make HNO3 and H2SO4, we are getting only para product. So ortho product is not possible because of steric hindrance, and para nitration only possible. That means para nitroacetanilide. So in fourth position, acetanilide is there. This one upon hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis again. That NaCO3H3 converts into NaH2, and this CH3COOH, this one leave away, and we are adding NO2. Now this one upon reaction with this one upon reaction with NaNO2 and HCl, NaNO2 and HCl, since NaH2 group converts into N2 plus and Cl minus, and this para position NO2 group remains as such. This one upon reaction with H2O vapor state, then we are adding para nitrophenol. If here upon reaction with Sn and HCl, then in such a case this NO2 group also converts into NH2 groups. Now there are two NH2 groups. This one upon reaction with NaNO2 and HCl, both the NH2 groups converts into Benyl diazonium sulfide, N2Cl minus and N2Cl minus. So in such a case here, upon reaction with the H2O vapor, we are getting quinol or para hydroxy benzene. Third method of preparation of phenol is from Grignard reagent. So this Grignard reagent is much familiar to us. Let us see. Either chlorobenzene or bromobenzene upon reaction with upon reaction with magnesium metal in presence of dry ether, we are getting Grignard reagent. Phenyl magnesium halide means phenyl magnesium chloride or phenyl magnesium bromide. This phenyl magnesium chloride or bromide, we know that this alkyl group or allyl group acquires negative charge, and magnesium metal is going to bear positive charge in general. Now this one upon reaction with oxygen in presence of ether, then we are getting PHO AmCCl. Now here oxygen is going to acquire negative charge and metal is going to bear positive charge. This one upon hydrolysis in acid medium, we are getting phenol, PHOH plus AmCOH and Cl. Once again, either chlorobenzene or bromobenzene upon reaction with magnesium metal in presence of dry ether, we are getting phenyl magnesium halide, which upon oxidation means oxygen in presence of ether. Here we are getting phenoxy magnesium chloride, which upon hydrolysis we are getting phenol. And the fourth method here is decarboxylation of salicylic acid. As we know that benzene carboxylic acid means benzoic acid, upon decarboxylation we are getting benzene. Benzoic acid upon decarboxylation we are getting benzene. But here salicylic acid I am going to consider. The salicylic acid upon decarboxylation, as we know that decarboxylating agent is sodium hydroxide, and calcium oxide, NaOH and CaO. This is what we call the soda lime. So soda lime, decarboxylating agent is soda lime, NaOH and CaO. Here upon reaction with NaOH, it converts salicylic acid converts into sodium salt of salicylic acid. Sodium salt of salicylic acid upon reaction with further reaction with NaOH, we are getting phenol. We are getting phenol. So during decarboxylation, this carbon comes out along with these two oxidants as in the form of CO2 decarboxylation. Here as well as that CaO is used to only to keep that sodium hydroxide in dry condition, and here NaOH absorbs that CO2 and converts into Na2CO3. So what mechanism generally takes place here? Salicylic acid converts into sodium salt of carboxylic acid like this, and this one upon reaction with the NaOH, here we are getting Na2CO3 and product is phenol. Now instead of ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid, if we use para-hydroxybenzoic acid, this one upon reaction with the soda lime, what product we are going to get? Are you getting any different product or same phenol you are getting? Check yourself. Students, so far we learned methods of preparation of phenol. There are the methods are preparing phenol in laboratory. Now we are going to discuss manufacture of phenol. Manufacture means industrial method of preparation of phenol. So industrial method, first one is from coal tar. As we learned in preparation of benzene, coal tar upon destructive distillation we are getting light oil, middle oil and heavy oil. So in that middle oil composition, this middle oil composition we are getting at 443 to 503 Kelvin. So this middle oil mainly consists of phenol, cresol and naphthalene. So middle oil which is obtained from destructive distillation of coal tar. From destructive distillation of coal tar, we are getting light oil, middle oil and heavy oil. So middle oil mainly consists of phenol, cresol and naphthalene, which upon cooling, naphthalene is going to separate out and resultant we are having phenol and cresol. This phenol and cresol upon treatment with sulfuric acid. So what we are using sulfuric acid to remove any basic impurities. If any basic impurities are there, for removal of that basic impurities we are treating with sulfuric acid, and further upon reaction with dilute sodium hydroxide. So whenever impurities, basic impurities are removed by using sulfuric acid, now we are having only phenol and cresol, and which upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, which phenol or cresol which reacts with sodium hydroxide, that converts into sodium phenoxide like that, means it comes into salt form. This salt one, the salt sodium phenoxide comes into aqueous layer, which upon acidification again by using dilute sulfuric acid or carbon dioxide and water means carbonic acid, we are getting again phenol. We are getting again phenol. Whereas if this sodium hydroxide do not react further and still it remains as oily liquid, means which consists phenol and cresol, which upon fractional distillation we are getting phenol at 454 Kelvin. So once again, middle oil which is obtained from destructive distillation of coal tar, it consists mainly phenol, cresol and naphthalene, which upon cooling naphthalene separated out. Now we are having phenol and cresol, which upon reaction with dilute sulfuric acid, for what purpose? To remove any basic impurities, and we are getting only phenol and cresol like that, and which upon reaction with the caustic soda, dilute caustic soda means sodium hydroxide, we are getting two forms. One is salt one, another one is means ionic and non-ionic, polar and non-polar like that. So this ionic one or salt form preferably comes to aqueous layer, and non-ionic one still remains as oily liquid. So the ionic one which obtained in aqueous layer, that upon acidification by using sulfuric acid or carbonic acid, we are getting phenol. Oily liquid upon fractional distillation, we are getting phenol at 454 Kelvin. Next method of preparation is Raschig process. Raschig process, we can prepare phenol from chlorobenzene. Again, from where we can prepare chlorobenzene? So let us see benzene upon reaction with HCl. Actually, benzene is not going to react with HCl generally, but here benzene upon reaction with HCl in presence of oxygen. Benzene in general not react with HCl, but here reaction is benzene upon reaction with HCl in presence of oxygen or air, and catalyst is either cupric chloride CuCl2 or ferric chloride, either cupric chloride or ferric chloride upon heating. That means benzene reaction with the HCl and in presence of oxygen, catalyst is cupric chloride or ferric chloride. Then we are getting chlorobenzene. So there is no direct reaction. This one is in presence of cupric chloride and ferric chloride. Now this chlorobenzene upon reaction with sodium hydroxide. This chlorobenzene upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, further acidification, that reaction what we call Dawes process. But here in reaction method, chlorobenzene upon reaction with steam at 698 Kelvin, then we are getting phenol. So first one, benzene upon reaction with HCl in presence of oxygen and a catalyst FeCl2 or FeCl3 or CuCl2, we are getting chlorobenzene. And that chlorobenzene upon reaction with steam in presence of at temperature 698 Kelvin, we are getting phenol, and here you are getting HCl as product. Again this HCl we can use. Means if you start with benzene and HCl and little oxygen, then what happened? Here again HCl formation takes place in the last step. The formed HCl again we can reuse for reaction with benzene. Now Dawes process. In Dawes process, same chlorobenzene upon reaction with sodium hydroxide. So chlorobenzene upon reaction with sodium hydroxide, we are getting sodium phenoxide. O minus and A plus. This upon acidification we are getting phenol. Now, in case of aryl halides, we must learn that in chlorobenzene, chlorine containing lone pair of electron is involved in resonance. Chlorine shows a little plus M effect. Because of it shows plus M effect, here it acts as ortho para directing group. Means CCl double bond character is going to adopt in chlorobenzene, chlorine and carbon double bond character adopted. Because of that one, it is not that much easy to replace HCl with any strong nucleophile. Hence, we cannot say that a nucleophilic substitution takes place much easily. That means, in case of chlorobenzene, this OH minus cannot replace Cl minus very easily. So, if it is so, then how that reaction proceeds? And how can we say sodium phenoxide formation takes place? Here, this one takes place at high pressure and temperature. Around 573 Kelvin. So, this is what we call drastic conditions. This reaction takes place under drastic conditions and not under ordinary conditions. And similarly, in reaction method also, chlorobenzene upon reaction with steam. Basically, chlorobenzene is insoluble in water. So, here directly if you are using water, there is no reaction. But whenever we are maintaining this much temperature, then only displacement takes place. That means, here these two reactions do not take place under normal conditions. Next class of methods of preparation is oxidation. So, in oxidation method, we can prepare phenols by oxidation of benzene, oxidation of toluene, and oxidation of cumene. Let us see the reactions, and for each and every reaction the catalyst what we are using are specific. So benzene upon oxidation, first method, benzene upon oxidation in presence of vanadium pentoxide catalyst, vanadium pentoxide catalyst, we are getting phenol. So benzene upon oxidation we are getting phenol in presence of vanadium pentoxide catalyst and 588 Kelvin temperature. Similarly, during oxidation of toluene, in general what we are expecting of oxidation? So ring containing alkyl group, during oxidation alkyl group converts into carboxylic acid. Alkyl group converts into carboxylic acid means CH3 converts into COOH. Then we are using reagents like KMnO4, K2Cr2O7, such oxidizing agents, strong oxidizing agents. But instead of that, we are using only oxygen and heat in presence of manganese sulfate or cupric sulfate, means MnSO4 or CuSO4. By using these catalysts, upon heating with oxygen, we are getting OH. In this method, we are getting nearly 5% of phenol. Not much more efficient method this one, but we can prepare 5% of phenol. And from cumene, cumene is nothing but isopropyl benzene. So benzene upon Friedel-Crafts reaction, benzene upon reaction with alkyl halide or alcohol or propane, any one reagent, means here alkylation takes place. That alkylation what we call Friedel-Crafts alkylation. This one upon reaction with here first CH3, 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 Cl, CH3, CH, Cl. So this one is isopropyl chloride, isopropyl chloride. So this one upon reaction with anhydrous AlCl3 or FeCl3, anhydrous AlCl3 or FeCl3, Lewis acid catalyst. Then what happened here? Isopropyl carbocation is generated. Isopropyl carbocation takes upon benzene ring. Then we are getting isopropyl benzene. This is what we call cumene. Isopropyl benzene, what we call cumene. Now, instead of using isopropyl chloride, also called 2-chloropropane, if we are using 1-chloropropane, what happened? If we are using 1-chloropropane means N-propyl chloride. In case of N-propyl chloride also, here also, actually Cl taken by AlCl3 converts into AlCl4 minus, here you are getting carbocation. But the carbocation is highly unstable, primary carbocation, it immediately rearranges to secondary carbocation by hydride shift. Hence we are getting again isopropyl carbocation and AlCl4 minus. That means whether you are using 2-chloropropane or 1-chloropropane, ultimately we are getting carbocation, isopropyl carbocation, secondary carbocation only. Instead of this 2-chloropropane or 1-chloropropane, we can also use the alcohol CH3, CH2, CH2OH, 1 propanol with H3PO4. Instead of 1 propanol, we can also use 2 propanol. Directly we are getting isopropyl carbocation. Similarly, propene also we can use CH3, CH1, CH2 in presence of H+. Here also you are getting isopropyl carbocation. So we can use any of these methods. Ultimately, they generate isopropyl carbocation. That isopropyl carbocation has to come and attack upon benzene ring, and we are getting cumene. And after formation of cumene, this one upon oxidation, cumene upon oxidation. Here, this carbon is a tertiary carbon containing hydrogen. Tertiary carbon containing hydrogen gets oxidized readily and converts into CH3. As we know very well, here OO bond is a peroxy bond. That peroxy bond is highly unstable, and from here OH minus will leave away. Whenever OH minus will leave away, here electron deficient oxygen remains, and in order to stabilize the electron deficient oxygen, here phenyl group is going to migrate from carbon to oxygen, and ultimately positive charge left upon carbon. So pH O, carbon consisting positive charge, CH3 and CH3. So this one upon hydrolysis, what happened here? This bond is going to break and we are getting PHOH plus CH3, double bond O, CH3. So this one is cumene hydroperoxide. After formation of cumene hydroperoxide, OH minus is going to leave. After leaving OH minus, channel migration takes place from carbon to oxygen, and we are getting positively charged carbon. Water molecule attacks upon this one. Here one more OH, and this bond is going to leave. So ultimately we are getting ketone, acetone, and phenol. These are methods of preparation of phenol.